had a couple drinks, I can talk some shit and have some lines. Like, there were some moments on the hills where I'm like, oh, I was proud of that. Hey guys, I'm Kristin Cavallari, and today I am rewatching clips from Laguna Beach, The Hills, Very Cavallari, and Honestly Cavallari. So let's get into it.
What would happen in your perfect world?
Every time we come back, we'd still be together. And you wouldn't hug up with any girls. And I wouldn't hug up with any guys.
What? I can't understand anything I'm saying.
But isn't it so much easier for you?
Easier for me.
We're gonna meet all new girls, and I have no way of finding out about anything. If I hook up with someone, you'll find out about it within an hour.
True. Feels like a different lifetime ago, but this is such a sweet scene. Honestly, I think this was my favorite scene from the entire show because this scene was probably the most real, or one of the more real scenes. I don't remember the producers coming in at all during this scene, telling us what to say. Like, they really just actually let us be us in this scene, and that didn't happen very often. And I think this is so relatable, too, if you had a boyfriend or girlfriend before someone was going to college, like that innocence of being like, we're gonna stay together, and it's gonna work out, everything's gonna be great, and like, almost never happens.
You need to listen to me. Jason has cheated on you.
Wait, how do you know?
Dude, I know. He's always like, Jess, like, I'm not cheating on you. He's like, if you don't believe me, then fine. Like, that's whatever, you know. That's what I would do.
That's what I used to do.
And then...
No, that's not good. Don't tell me that. Jessica, but it's good for you because I can, like, tell you the ways.
But then, like, if I think he's lying to me, like, about where he's going or something, he's like, it pisses me off that you think I'm always lying to you, and I don't lie to you.
Jessica, I'm telling you from someone who used to cheat on her boyfriend. Those are signs of him cheating.
Like, Kristin, like, no offense, but you can get any guy you want, anytime, any place, you can. I'm sorry, you can. But I can't. I'm a different person, and I can't do that. Like,
that doesn't mean that you should be treated like Jessica.
I would say the same thing today. Oh my God. Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, I'm gonna start with my favorite thing is her holding a water bottle full of vodka and also a chaser. Like, we were a mess going to Dave and Buster's just drinking in the car. Classic. Like, I think people felt like I wasn't a good friend in this moment because I was so blunt with Jessica, but now it's funny because I feel like with sort of this resurgence of Laguna Beach, people appreciate my personality more today than they did 21 years ago. And people are like, wow, Kristin was a really good friend, where it didn't have that same reception back then.
Do you agree with Jessica that you could have any guy that you wanted?
Oh my God. I don't like that question at all. I have not had issues when it comes to men, let's put it that way. I think I've always sort of had this attitude of like a disassociation almost, where I give off this energy of I don't need you, because I've actually never needed a man. I still don't need a man. I want a man. There's a very big difference there. And I've never had any sort of like desperation when it comes to men. I sort of like made them chase me. And honestly, it's mostly been unintentional, but it's been it's just that energy of like, you need me, I don't need you.
I can't believe I graduated.
It really hasn't hit me yet.
No. You know how Miss Blade made the speech and she's like, it's the beginning, it's the end of the beginning.
Exactly.
For like 15 minutes, Jake was trying to explain to me what it meant, and I still have no idea. The end of the beginning.
It's like the end of one chapter and then the beginning like of the rest of our life.
It's not. Whatever. We're now college students. What if we gain the freshman 15?
You will, I won't.
Wow. First of all, I was a very sarcastic kid. I still am. I wasn't actually trying to be a bitch to Alex Hooser and be like, you're gonna gain weight. I was just being goofy. I love Alex. We still talk all the time. I was actually thicker in high school than I think I've ever been. So I had already sort of gained my freshman 15. But it was interesting because living at the beach, I definitely was very much aware of my body and just body image in general. I had a lot of insecurities about my body as a 17, 18-year-old girl. I'm actually the most comfortable in my skin today than I ever have been. Yeah, I think I actually look the best I ever have too.
This probably would never have happened.
That's still You still been all smoochy on me at the playhouse.
Me?
Yeah.
You're right. You were all over me. You wouldn't leave my side.
You're like slow dance with me.
Oh,
Kiss me
God.
goodbye.
Oh, shut up. You love me.
Well, people have always asked me if I really did date Justin Bobby, and I did not. I never saw him outside of filming. It's funny because this is the first time I've seen this scene since it aired. Did not remember this conversation at all. You know, from what I remember is this was a very much set up scene by MTV. Justin Bobby's gonna, take you on a motorcycle ride. We'll go get drinks and food in Malibu. Like, I never would have just done that on my own. But I do remember being in this scene and being like, oh, he's actually pretty charming. He's very cute. But it just didn't go anywhere. I think the flirtation is real, but like, the idea of what we're talking about and everything is from MTV.
I feel like you just come across so confident. You are like a masterclass in flirting. Like, do you agree you're an expert?
People always say this to me, and in my head, like, this scene, I'm not sitting in that scene being like, I'm gonna get him, like, that's just who I am. Like, I've always been a big flirt. I'm still a big flirt. But it's not even intentional. It's literally just my personality. I'm goofy, I'm fun, I'm like, what? I don't know.
At Jane's house, I felt like you were being really rude by being all over Michaela right in front of me like that.
Well, I thought you were being rude by not paying attention to her.
I said hello to her.
You said hello, and then you sat down with the wolf pack, and you guys like...
Because I was a little upset about the whole thing. And then I have like Lo and Stacy, like, oh my God, Kristin, are you okay?
Obviously, I'm allowed to like whoever I want, and I do like Michaela, and I like you.
Well, figure it out, I'm not gonna wait around while you
Such
figure
a
out what you want to do.
fake
It's
scene.
not fair.
I mean, this couldn't be a faker scene. Brody and I were never together during the hills. Like, we would film a scene like this, and then they would be like, okay, can we just like amp it up a little bit more? Like, clearly, like, me getting mad that was all from MTV. This is a very fake scene. If this were real and Brody and I were just friends, no, he can do whatever he wants. That's also why I have an issue with this scene, because I'm like, I would actually never do this. This was real. Allie really did break in while I was asleep in the bed, and she was crawling on the floor. I mean, Brody told me that. This was a real scene. I was drunk, too, you can tell.
Your response when she sits down, no, that lives rent-free in my mind.
After I've had a couple drinks, I'm like, I can talk some and have some lines. Like, there are some moments on the hills where I'm like, oh, I was proud of that. Oh, no, they're not. Like, it's never as good. But I can't even redo Steven. Like, Steven, it's just never quite as good.
We have a lot of history in Palm Springs, Kel and I, because we've had tubes up our butts in Palm Springs together. At the detox spa, you get colonics.
Really bonded us in a different kind of way.
I was 18 when I had my first colonic.
Wow, you really jumped right in.
That's what Southern California will do for you.
I love it. It's always like I always have like an old lady. It never fails.
Well, why would you want anything but an old lady?
That's
you like some hot Puerto Rican?
guy giving you a colonic. That would be so awkward.
Some buff. Wait, oh my God. When Jay and I were first dating, honestly, we were probably dating for 4 or 5 months, and I convinced him to get a colonic. He was like, well, I want to sit in with you when you get yours. I don't know what to expect.
You let him?
Yes, I did. Like,
what?
Jay and I sat in on each other's colonics.
I mean, no comment. There's a lot of truth to Southern California is very progressive. The health world, that's like the mecca for it. So living in Southern California, I was down to try anything health related.
Shannon, you can't click the photo to shop. That's a big deal. Don't act like it's not a big deal.
I'm not acting like it's not a big deal. I'm just...
That can't keep happening. Don't roll your eyes at me, Shannon. This is real. This is all real. So don't roll your eyes at me. This is a big deal. Can we close this door, please?
I wish as a boss, I didn't lose my like that. However, that was the final straw after a million different things. And that was a huge launch day, a huge moment. I never regret showing any of those startup moments on Very Cavallari, because I actually, during that phase, had a lot of entrepreneurs, founders, CEOs coming up to me and saying they really appreciated that I put those real, raw, not glamorous moments on TV, because it's what every founder goes through. The challenging part for me during that time was filming a show about my company really attracted the wrong type of employee. And you know, I'm very thankful for the show because it catapulted Uncommon James to the next level. But I'm really happy now that I do not have cameras in the office because I have the most incredible team who does not care about being on camera. It's a very different type of person.
Hi. Dating, like, how do you do it?
It's been a lot with my kids in the last year. I now have them a lot more than I did. And so dating, it hasn't been the priority. In 9 years, when my kids are off at college, I'm gonna be all over the world with all the guys doing all the things.
She recently went on a date with... She's gonna be so mad at me, actually.
Oh my God.
With Glen, Powell, and I wanted it to happen so bad!
I have the same neckline.
Partying in Greece, and then Glen just came up
Literally
to
ran
Kristin.
into me.
And then you guys had a really fun night together.
I never him, just putting that out there.
You guys dry humped, though.
Yeah, we did.
No comment. I mean, I don't know what to say. My rose and thorn from my whole reality TV career. Actually, my rose is the most recent on my podcast tour. On a personal note, I'm not kidding, I've had this debilitating fear of public speaking since I was in elementary school. And so it's a huge accomplishment for me to be able to do this. So thank you. It means the world that you guys are here. Mwah! And that was the scariest thing I've ever done. So that was a huge accomplishment for me personally and professionally. And then my thorn is probably on the hills, the girls accusing me of doing drugs and having to live that out, not only on the show, but also in the tabloid world.
Kristin, like, people are saying things about you. Like,
Oh, really? Like what?
I mean, do you really want me to say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, everybody's saying that you're doing drugs.
Oh my God.
And I've talked about it a million times, but it's one of the producers bribed the girls with a Birkin bag to call me out on camera for doing drugs. And I just felt like that was really unfair. It got really messy. All of our lawyers got involved. I threatened to quit the show at one point. Like it was just really bad. And I was a young kid, and I'm not saying I was perfect, but it took me years to actually take a hard look in the mirror and realize what I could have done differently to avoid that, where for years I blamed other people. And finally, when I could take accountability and ownership for that, it was when I was able to free myself of it. And so anyways, it's part of my journey, but that was hard for me to go through at the time.
The end of the beginning.
Probably my next end of the beginning would be when I wrap up my podcast, which I don't know when that'll be. It will probably be in the next year or two would be my guess, but I am really enjoying it. I'm not ready to hang that up just yet, but that for me will probably be the end of my entertainment career and then setting up the rest of my life.